How much should a game cost? Should we only buy it with a good discount, like 50% or more? Also, what's in my cart? I may, or may not, answer these and more questions when we talk about Steam Spring Sale 2025, hidden gems, and very good deals. Also fun games. It's the title of the first one from the winter sale. This is the third one I make recommending good games at good prices. I will not be repeating them. So if you, after you watch this one, go back and watch the both of my Steam winter sale videos to see other recommendations. I'm talking about mostly unknown games. There are some that you will probably know if you play video games for a while. Here we will start with Pureia. It is at 70% discount, costing $179, unbeatable price. It is not a game like WarioWare, but it is a collection of minigames. You play loads of minigames. As you can see here, you have a good variety. They're 10 seconds each. You have modes that you can play each of those minigames to your heart's content, but the main mode is you go around collecting marbles in each of the minigames. They last 10 seconds each. It is a very fun time. I also have a full video of it in my series, A Good Look at a Game. If you want to know all about it, go watch it after this one. Put all these videos I'm saying on your queue for it. But this is Pureia, a very good game. I recommend it very strongly. Same as actually all the other games here. I have played all of them, all the ones I bought. I have played and tested. I loved it. Next we have Ys. For those who don't know, Ys is a series from 1984, 1986. It's a very established one. In my other video, I recommended the first Ys game. It's a bump 'em up, you could say. It's an adventure top-down in the style of Zelda for the Super Nintendo. A Link to the Past, that's the title. It's just like it, but the combat is a bit different because you had to bump into the enemies in an angle with your sword pointing at them for you to cause damage. Here we have 3 titles actually. It is Ys, Olfenfelgana, Ark of Napshtim, something like that, and Ys Origin. They are the 3 games. I'd say there are 3 with this specific play style. It is not quite top down. It has an angle. It's an adventure game that you control once again Ado the Red. Thanks for the save video of the game. As you can see, it has an anime art style. It is an adventure game with action. You have RPG elements, but it's mostly this. It is mostly action. You go around beating enemies. This time the combat is more traditional. You go around, you swing a sword. You have sometimes magic, sometimes not. Depends on the title. Loads of enemies, loads of, in this case, in Olfin Felgana, is basically the third one you should play. It is a remake of the third game, Wanderer of Ys. As you can see here, it has a remarkable and absolutely adorable PS2 graphical style. It is peak. I love it so very much. This kinda still low poly environment. It has the characters here. You can see they're chibi with a big portrait. Lovely, very difficult game. You have lots of modes you can play on easy, on normal, hard, very hard. You have then lots of difficulties upwards. You have hell, you have nightmare. It is a game so good, so good. I have 40 hours on it. I finished it, but I haven't 100% achieved all the achievements. It is that hard. It is also super cheap. Here we have the Oath in Felgana at 70% off. It is for 49. This is the price in dollars. My prices here are in reais, RS. The R with the symbol for money. I'm Brazilian, if you didn't know. My name is Felipe Pereira Sibioni, and this is the FPS Factor. Hello. Watch all my other videos. Also subscribe. Also give this video a like, or if you didn't like any of the games in here, you can give it a dislike, no problem at all. Then tell me, what games should I recommend for the next one? That's if you like it or dislike it, all the games, doesn't matter, just comment. So we have Olfin Felgana, 70% for 49. Ark of Napshtim, I think it's Napshtim, at 75% off. It costs $4.99. Same with Ys Origin. So Ark of Olfin Felgana is the third one. Origin is the fifth one, and the sixth one is the Ark of Napshtim. Got it. Finally. This one is also $5. Very cheap game for however many hours of playthrough you have. I have 19 hours. I'm not sure if I finish everything. Let's check it out. I only have some of the stuff. Ooh. But get them all. They're a very good trio of games. Next up, Crown Trick. This one, together with the Ys games, are not quite indie. I specialize mostly in indie games, especially on my A Good Look at series. But there are some games that cannot be ignored, like Crown Trick. It's a traditional roguelike. This one has this incredible cartoony art style, hand-drawn. It specializes in the combat. It does not have... It has no inventory management. something that those who like to play traditional roguelikes mostly expect from the genre. But this one is have a heavy focus on combat and tactics. If you like actual roguelikes, lots of games say, oh, this is a roguelike. It's not. It's an action game, it's a platformer, it's a shooter, it's a card game, it's whatever it is. This is roguelike. Turn-based. The turn can be real time, I'll talk more later. But this is roguelike. Very good game. It is hard to, as any good roguelike should be, have a cute story, cute characters as you can see here. Give it a try. Next up we have Agelus. Agelus, who knows? This is from that old series that it's Wonder Boy. I almost forgot, but the game itself here saved me. Wonder Boy. It's those classics action games from the 8 and 16-bit era. We even have one here. We had one here in Brazil that was reskinned to look like our most famous comic book character, Monica. It is from Monica's Gang. In the United States, you usually see it as Monica's Gang. Here it's Turma da Monica. They had a game back in the Master System era of games. It is an action game. It's basically a Metroidvania too, because you go and come back. Let's see. As you can see, loads of abilities. The graphics are that clean, 16-bit, almost Master System like. It's a mark of the Wonder Boy series. The gameplay, as I said, as you can see, it is action, very good, very nice. I recommend it solidly. It's also 75%, $347. Though this one was already $221 at 94% discount. No, 281 is high. It was 94% discount, so it was much less than 374. You might want to wait or not. Perhaps, who knows? As I said at the beginning, how much should the game cost? How much are you willing to pay for it? Do you want to play it right now? If so, get it. If not, if you want to get other games from this list and put this one on your wish list to get later when it's 80-90%, it's okay, just check it out. Next up, The Amazing Princess Sarah. It is a kind of doujin style game. When I say doujin style, it's more amateurish like game. As you can see here, it's an action platformer that you go around beating enemies up, and you have that old mechanic from Mario 2 where you can pick up stuff and throw it. You can pick up enemies and throw them at other enemies. I love it very much. I love this mechanic. The art style, it's chibi characters, cute. It is mixed here on Steam. There are some people who didn't like this game. I didn't see much of a problem with it. Just, oh, the controller didn't feel right. Give it a go. Get it. Play for 1 hour or so. Did you like it? Keep it. Didn't? You can refund it. No problem. Just don't let 15 days pass or you can't refund any game anymore on Steam. Just be aware of that. I have played a couple of hours. It's been a while since I last played this game. This one is at 75% off at 124. Very cheap game. Barely need to think to buy this one. Next one, I talked about roguelikes. Here's the king. One of the kings. One of the two kings. The other is not discounted at all. Dungeon of Dreadmore. That one I'll talk when I make a good look at it. I plan to make a whole video of it. It's one of my favorite games of all time. That's a very traditional roguelike. This one have something that's a little bit different. It is a roguelike. You move, every enemy move. It's in a grid. The difference here is a music is always playing. You have to move, you have to kill, you have to use your items on the beat of the music. Lose the beat, lose your turn. Tough luck, the enemies will move. So the turns are timed and timed to the music. You have some characters. This one, the basic one, I actually forgot her name right now. Cadence. Her name is Cadence. If she loses a turn, no problem, nothing happens. There are other characters. There's a lot of characters that you can unlock. If that character loses a turn, it dies. It's a brutal game. It's a marvelous game. There's lots of systems. You can dig through walls. You can throw bombs at enemies. You can crush doors. You can make enemies kill other enemies. You can, of course, rob the shopkeeper. You can blow his wall to get coins. It is a fantastic game. I love it so very much. It has also lots of DLC for you to get. The base game is at 80% off, $2.99. Very cheap, especially for what it offers. It's basic. I don't have it here, but I have more than 100 hours in it. But you also have all this DLC. I have everything, including the Hatsune Miku one. These are some of them. Some of these DLCs are expansions. Others are soundtracks that you can buy separately. This is a rhythm game, so it is very much expected that you have a soundtrack to buy. And the soundtrack is fantastic. There's lots of artists actually that contribute to this game. If you want to buy just one game from this whole video, it's this one. Buy Crypt of the Necrodancer. Apparently you can also try to play it with a DDR mat. I'm more of a pump it up kind of guy, but if you are on the mood for some DDR action in a game that's an RPG, could check it out, for example, the next game, Before the Echo. It used to have another name, I don't remember it right now. I bought when it had another name, but they had a problem with the copyright maybe. Then they changed it to Before the Echo. It is a combat game that's basically DDR. Oh, where's it? Here. You have a few songs, you talk to characters, you advance the story, you have items, you have stuff like that. It is a simple game, but a very nice one. I have like 6 hours on it. I got almost through the end, then I had to stop and I stopped playing it. I have to come back and play it all over again. Maybe it has different things because the name changed. What else have changed? I need to check it out. This one is 80%. 99 cents. This type of price can't be beaten. It's a whole game for $1. Also remember that as I said, I have 2 other videos for recommendations on Steam sale. Check them out too, because it has the top ones that I recommend. It's Tori. I won't spoil it. But get all Tori games, all games from the developer Siactro. I have to mention it every time there's a video recommending a sale. Next up, we have Ziggurat. It's a first-person shooter, kinda. It's not with guns. Instead, it's magic. Room-to-room. Roguelite. Not like with a K. It's roguelite with a T. Term coined by the late Total Biscuit. Rest in peace. It is games that borrow elements from roguelikes. In this case, procedural generated levels. As you can see here, it's always changing the dungeon, but it's room to room with lots of enemies, lots of traps. It is a fantastic game. There is a sequel already, but get the first one first. Why? Because you can follow the game progression and you pay less for it. And you get more games. In this case, this one is with a very good discount. As if you couldn't tell, I've been going upwards in the discount percentage. This one is 85% off at $2.24. As I said, Ziggurat 2 also exists, but it's at 65% off. So you can even buy it if you want to. Get the first one, play it, complete it. Oh, I like it, but I want more. Then you have Ziggurat 2. Next up, Suzy Cube. We have Mario Land and Mario 3D Land at home. This is that game. It emulates the Mario Land and Mario 3D World experience on the PC. If you discount emulation, of course you can pirate all the 3DS, Wii U and Switch games. You can do whatever you want. No, Nintendo won't stop you. They won't even stop me. I'm a very small channel. So this one is a 3D platformer in the style of Mario 3D Land and 3D World. Lots of levels. I just started it. I checked it out to see if it's good. What I played of it, I completed the first word and started the second. Seems to be a very nice game. I may even do a good look at for this game. Let's see. This one is at 85% true at 0.74, so 74 cents, the cheapest game on this list. There's one that has more discount, but it's a little bit more expensive, but it is very much worth it. This one, do get it. And finally, the last one from the normal recommendation list, it's Woodrow 3 Deluxe Plus. Woodrow 3 Deluxe. Woodrow 3 True Deluxe Plus. There are more than one version of this game. There are some versions. This is the right one. You can buy, if you have the first one is Woodrow 3 Adventure. It's the first game. The second game have more than one version. This is the one that you should buy if you want to buy it. This is an open world 3D platformer collectathon. It has this cute color scheme with very rounded characters, very rounded elements. It's very, people say cozy. The characters are a little sloppy to control, but that doesn't stop you from having a good time with this game. It is very easy. This one, it's an easy adventure. It could be played, I believe, by kids. They won't have nightmares from playing it or something like that. If you have a child in your life, be it yourself, be it a nephew, a son, a daughter, something like that, do get this game for yourself too. This is a good game to play. It's a good adventure. It is very, very cheap. It's the biggest discount percentage here. 94% discount at 77 cents. Now I did ask at the beginning, what's in my shopping cart? Here it is. In this disclaimer, I have actually more than, what is it? I have almost 5,000 games in my Steam library. It's not every game that I want to play. In my waiting lists to play, as you can see here, I have, each waiting list contains about 100 games, and I have up to 19, so I have almost 2,000 games that I want to play. They're in my waiting lists. So I only need to buy games that are very cheap and have a very good discount, because otherwise I can just wait for those games that aren't as discounted to get discounted. So my baseline is 75% usually. There are some games, some exceptions. For example, the Teen Ladybug ones, the Toho one, and the Diddlit one. I also have made a video about it. Record of Lodoss War, Diddlit in the Wonder Labyrinth. Check it out later too. Those games I bought at 50% off, but that's, I'd say, my limit. I don't buy, with this many games that I have, I don't buy games full price. You can not buy them at full price too. You can buy them at a good discount, put the ones that don't have a discount in your wish list, and you have a cycle of spending less money for more games. Here I have a few games that I didn't play yet. All the other games, as I said, all the other games I have played and can confirm they're very good games. These ones I am still to find out. First we have Slime Fantasy. It's a platformer featuring a slime, a cute. If you have seen my videos, you see that I quite enjoy this art style, black background, white lines, this one with a lot of red and a couple other colors. Will I do a video on this one too? Perhaps. Because I have 3 games that I made a video on: Mangavania, Catty and Froggy. This one is at 75% off. I don't have the prices here in US dollars because I decided to do this part of the video right before recording. But it's perhaps a good price. Next up we have this Encounters Music Stories. It's another rhythm game that you have to use both of your hands to play, so the notes get close and you... I'll check it out, see if it's good or not. Then I'll get back to you guys. This one is 80%. Oh, very good discount. Perhaps it's $1. It's 3 reais. 3 reais, it's probably $1. I have this one, The Rise. For me, it's an bundle because I have the Black Knight already. It is 80% off. Let's check what is it about. It's a normal platformer a la Celeste that you have to jump on the walls. You have very little footing. Let's see, what is it about? So, as I said, I'll get back after I play it. We also have River City Ransom Underground. It's a beat 'em up game from the NES era. It came back basically, and they are doing lots of things with it. They have some more modern looking ones. This is the art style that captivates lots of people. You have the stubby characters. They're always, like this, arms next to the body. They punch. I love the series. I have played loads of the games in the series. Let's see if this is a good one. It is 85% off. Oh, very nice. It's also, as you can see, I can see right here, it's up to 4 local or online players co-op. Ooh. We also have Fantastic Fist, novel concept. You move a fist with your mouse and you can punch stuff by moving the mouse. You move the character, here you see, with a keyboard, and punch with the mouse. So you punch out of bubbles, punch the character for it to fly, punch stuff on the environment. Seems like a very nice and novel game. Is it type of thing I enjoy too. This one is at 80% too. Perhaps $1 and something. I'll check it out. And finally, the last one for today. It's Overbowled, who knows. It's a small character Metroidvania game, Game Boy graphics. Looks to be more Metroid than Castlevania. I enjoy it too. I love Metroidvania games, roguelikes, rhythm games, platformers. They're most of the stuff that I have in my channel. That's it for today. Check out those games, all the games that I talked about. Play games. You deserve to play good games, more games, experience the art of video games. And you can do it cheaply with this 2025 Steam Spring Sale. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Check out my other videos, subscribe to the channel, do all those YouTube stuff like subscribe, bell, etc. And I'll see you guys, or rather you'll see me on the next week. I upload every Saturday or Sunday, depends on the amount of work I have to do for the video. Thank you very much. Bye bye.